Hey, what's going on, nieces and nephews? It's your boy Ease, live in effect without the BS. Had a couple of questions, a couple of answers for everybody. People were asking me how I felt about the season so far, and I'm going to give you my opinion, some yes and some no's, man. Some good, some bad. First, I'm going to talk about the bad and go into the good. I want to leave everybody off on a good note. Plus, most people want to hear about the bad anyway. Again, everything I say is subjected to personal view, just like every other CC. I've went through a couple of other people's, couple of Reddit, couple of other channels to see of their impressions, of course. But it seems like everyone's impressions are it seems like everyone's based off of course, the PC's view, and it seems like they got the PC version right a little, but they messed up on us, the console. And that's kind of fucked up. But they missed things on both versions that I guess, oh well. Well, the PC definitely don't care, but I wish I had it. But well, let's get right to it. Number one, auto run. Where is it? I don't have auto run. They say they added auto run, but there is no auto run. I'm not auto running anywhere. I don't see the feature for it anywhere in the options. There is no auto run accessibility. There is nothing called auto run in the goddamn system. People were saying, "Oh, who asked for auto run?" I did. I asked for auto run. Goddamn it! Where's my auto run? Okay. Yes, I'm on console, and I demand auto run. Okay. Moving on. Number two, crossplay. You said that you put a new patch out that will fix auto run. I put a little my last video I placed out saying the auto run auto play was broken. I mean crossplay was broken. Crossplay is still broken, people. I saw a patch. I see patch notes. But when you actually look, actually play, actually test, and when you push the damn button, nothing happens. There is no crossplay on the goddamn consoles. Okay? Okay. Evidence here. Okay? Patches downloaded. Evidence here. No crossplay. Failure number two. Stop the bullshit. Failure number three. Loot filters. Where you... how can I explain this? The PC community needs a loot filter so they can stop complaining. You gave a loot filter that is audio cued. There's a loot filter for console that is based on audio that is on console. The PC community needs a loot filter because they can't hear anything. Because if they can hear, they will stop complaining. Because they complain about things that people already tell them, but they still complain. If you, Blizzard, you tell them the answer, but they still complain. So that means they have no hearing. So giving them a hearing-based loot filter is not going to work for these people. You need to give these fans, these people, whoever they are, console or PC, mostly PC, these guys, a real loot filter. Please give these to them, these people that feed them, give them a real loot filter. They can't hear. You've seen all these Reddit pages. You have campfires. and they send you stupid questions. When you talk to them, they don't hear you, so they send you stupid questions. That means they don't hear. Come on, man. And you won't give them sounds like they're supposed to hear that? They're visual learners. So you need to give them visual drops. That's why they want to see that. They want to see density. They don't want to hear density. They want to see a whole bunch of enemies. They want to see a bunch of drops. Do you understand, Blizzard? Okay? That community can't hear shit. You need to fix that. And for the other half, yes, we have a sound-based loop filter, which you can set up so you can hear anything that's from rare on up. So when a rare item drops, you go, boom, oh, there's a rare on the ground. Cool, let me go pick it up. So you know that it's there. When it drops on the other side of the board, you know. If your friend is killing something on the other side of the board, you know, boom, or whatever sound it is, you know, oh, something dropped good for me. You know while you're killing things. But a lot of players, PC players, don't want to hear that shit. They want to see it. And a lot of people, council also, want to see it too. So you need to get rid of this. Okay, give them a real loot filter, like who's an easy loot filter? PoE. Give them that loot filter and let them be happy so they can stop complaining to you. Okay? You have a lot of people complaining over bullshit. If you want to stop the bullshit coming to you, just give the kids candy. Just give them some candy. They'll stop complaining. It's Halloween time coming up. Just give them some candy. You know, it's a simple fix. Easy candy. Okay, just give it to them, man. I'm telling you, they're kids. They have really expensive toys. Give them the cheap shit and they'll quiet down. I'm telling you. Moving on. And for the people who really want to use the sound filter to get it to work, you have to turn your ambient sound to max. Okay? Ambient is how you can hear it. Just to let you guys know. Ambient and an effect sounds are the only two ways are you going to actually hear those loot drop sounds. Oh, and you need to set your speakers up. Also, the only way you can hear that sound. And I'm not sure if you can hear the sound through my system. You hear it? You hear it? That's what a rare sounds like on the ground. And when you walk away, see, if you have surround sound like me, I can hear it on my right side, my right ear, with my headphones, or with my speakers when I have my headphones off. I can hear it on the right side of the room. And when you get closer, it just gets louder. So you know where it's coming from. So it all depends on you. And when you have a rare or a legendary, that thing is really loud and there's a big light spot flies out of the sky. Just like in Diablo 3. Or PoE, when you have your loot filter, you can set it up where the light sprites out the top like a little beam of light going like a Batman symbol. But you can set it up that way. You know what I'm saying? So fix it. They can't hear you. So that means they can't hear that sound either. They just want to see flashing numbers, remember? They need to see shit. They can't hear nothing. They just want to see something. Next. Just want to get past all the bad stuff so we can get to the good stuff, because most of y'all just want to hear the bad anyway. Oh, the worst. Let me get to personally my worst. This blood tides, blood whatever, blood harvest. What can I say about this? How can I break this down? Dumb. Dumb. Maybe if, see, the thing is, when you go over to other CC's pages, right? They're telling you to go over here and farm this thing for a whole bunch of experience points and this is a great spot to farm. How long are they in this spot to farm? Because no one is telling me. They must be in here for the last few days to get what they need. Or they're in here with their subscribers or whatever they're twitching with. Their Twitch stream with. In groups. So they can, each person gets an area and they all go together. But because that's the only thing I can think of. Because since this thing started, I've been in here. I streamed 6 hours straight in this area, and I only got 8. Within 6 hours, I got 8. Where are all the fucking vampires? Are they in World Tier 4 only? There's nothing in the patch notes that says you have to be in World Tier 4 for Blood Harvest to work. There's nothing that says that. It doesn't say you have to start Blood Harvest when you beat the game. Because if Blood Harvest was a in-game only thing, when it only starts, why do I get it at level 1? That doesn't make any sense. This box here, to go over to this box, when you get here, it costs 50. You get 3 boxes. It costs 50 each box to open. If it takes me 6 hours to get 8, how am I going to open 1 box? Blizzard, you tell me that. You PC guys, you tell me that. Because you guys have got the Mountain Dew and the potato chips who doesn't want to go outside and see the sun. Tell me. I really need to know how that works. Because I don't get it. This is the dumbest place ever. Within that same time, I could probably open 4 or 5 of those big 250 boxes in the Hell Tides. Within 1 hour event, I can definitely open 4 or 5 of the little boxes. But I can't even get 50 within an hour. I could go over here and do this whole half hour and probably get only 2. But I'm not wasting my time. After I did 6 hours of this shit and only got 8, I am not going back in this thing. Waste of time. Maybe it's a waste of time only on console. That could be it. That could be a bug for console only. I don't know, because no one I know who's playing console, the people that I can play with, because console crossplay is broken on console. So everyone that I know on console, none of us go in here. No one goes in here on console. Because we all find it boring as fuck. None of us enjoys this. None of us have those extra pieces that Blizzard claims that everybody's going to have one of those special items at the end of the game. Well, I have a few people who have been to the end of the game and who have beaten the Uber live, but none of them has gotten the drops that they wanted. I thought the drops were going to increase. Was that a lie? Or that was only for PC players only? Could be. But we'll never know until some actual people actually get them. But as of right now, no. There is no evidence of people on console. I'm talking about console. People on console just randomly just going crazy over that shit. Nah, no one's doing that right now. It would be nice though. But as of right now, it's best to just stay in the Helltide area and leave this alone if you're trying to do that. Another thing, if you're trying to level up, this tunnel here is supposed to be super good and super like dense and packed, and you can level up a whole bunch in this tunnel, blah 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 blah. Bullshit. I call cap on this goddamn tunnel. I've done this tunnel a whole bunch of times. Guess what? I level up faster by doing regular side missions. Now, you might level up faster because you're on PC, or you might level up faster because maybe it only works in Helltide 4. I mean, not Helltide 4, World Tier 4. Maybe that's the only way you can farm this tunnel. But you cannot farm this tunnel in World Tier 2. It is a waste of your time. I got more experience by doing these missions and these missions than I ever got out of this one tunnel. I definitely got more experience doing this than I have ever gotten out of this goddamn tunnel. So y'all can cut the crap all y'all want. Like I said, it's all personal experiences. Like my experience with this tunnel doesn't work for me. I have not got that much experience out of it. So whoever's doing all these calculations must be on PC. I'm pretty sure they are. Because, yeah, it's pretty sure. And this thing here, it doesn't work. It maybe only works, like I said, it must be a World Tier 4 thing. Because in World Tier 2, this thing does not work. Wasted your goddamn time. Now let's get on to the good things. Last season, I gatekeeped a lot of stuff from y'all, and I'm really sorry. It's just in my nature because I've been in the business for too damn long, man. When you're going on 15 years, doing QA, hardware, and just plain old testing for all these companies, you used to you're used to holding everything back, you know what I mean, and just doing your job. 8 to 9 hours a day. Hey, you get used to it. That's just what I did for a while. But the barbarian, man, I broke it, man. I'm sorry. But hey, other people gave away my goddamn secret. I was invincible, man. I found a way to make the build invincible, and hey, Bleed and Thorns made that build invincible. Anyway, this time, I'm not going to gatekeep from y'all. You only need 4 things. Vulnerability, critical hit, critical damage, of course, damage over time of any kind, and overpower. Let me explain. Vulnerability only goes up to 20%, which is fine. But that 20% is just around the amount of how much most of the bosses and elites have it about in shields and barrier. So when you're trying to trying to damage their health, using that 20% is going to help you. Using the damage over time with that barrier is going to chew down the barrier, or if they have a fortify or extra barrier, it's going to wear that down. Damage over time and vulnerability will work together. Those two stack on top of each other. Critical hit, critical damage, and overpower, those two, critical hit and overpower, those two stack on top of each other. Once your damage over time and vulnerability gets through that shield, your overpower and your critical hit takes out the health. In your armor, if you have damage to healthy, damage to injured, anywhere in your gear, if you have those two stacked on top of each other, which will help cause your overpower to do not more damage. It doesn't make it do more damage, but it will make it work, like get through the shield or barriers that are in your way faster. it will make the damage have a more direct impact. Besides, you will see the bar just wipe out, besides slowly go down. There are builds out there that I've seen where, CC people where they will show their build, but they will only talk about certain aspects of, like, look, I have overpower, but they won't talk about the top two. Like, look, I have damage to healthy. They won't just talk about that on their gear. But if you watch all their gear pieces, they actually have the right pieces of gear, but they're explaining it to you the wrong way. They actually have extra pieces on their gear, stats, that they're missing. They're not explaining it to their audience correctly. There's more pieces to their gear that's actually stacking that they're missing. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's why I'm not going to gatekeep. There's extra stats on your gear that's actually helping you that some people are just totally glancing over, like, it's there, but I'm not thinking about it. But if you think about those and stack those as well, you are doing direct damage on top of the damage over time to get past that barrier. If you look at my gameplay and just watch the bar of the life bars, that's why people talk about, like, look at my numbers. There's numbers, numbers, numbers. Numbers don't mean shit. Look at the health bar, because you're worrying about killing the guy. You're not worried about how many numbers you're doing. You want to know, is he dead, or if I'm dead? You want to survive, not him. So watch his health bar. Watch it zip down to 0. Watch it wipe all the way down. As soon as he's invulnerable, you can see his health bar just chip all the way down quick. And that's how it works. And that's it. Just need those 4 things on any build. Depends on how the build works. It all depends on your play style. All right, last up, we're going to talk about resistance. Resistance works great now, thank God. Because remember, if you know, some of y'all probably don't, the resistance started at 84. 84 was actually 1, that's why it didn't work. Nobody noticed that because they never got the resistance that high. I did on purpose because I wanted to see. Because once you get to 84, you actually felt like you had at least something. I mean, it wasn't 1, the exact number, but it felt like you had something working on your gear. Once you got into 84, 85 range, like it felt like you had like maybe 10, 15 on your gear, maybe. So it finally worked around there. Now it feels like when you have at least 40, it actually feels like you have 40. When you have 50, it feels like you have 50. And when you have that on top of your barrier, like I have on top of your fortify. The crowd control the computer does to you, like the freeze or the poison and everything, you don't get stuck in the pose like you did before. It's not posed and then you come out of it, then you get posed again because of the freeze effect. None of that. I haven't got that done to me at all. Maybe you will when I get to World Tier 4. It might be super crazy. But as of right now, it is not affecting me whatsoever. So I am loving it. So I say as soon as you get to about level 40, you'll start feeling good. But of course, get to 70. That's the cap. And if you can overcap anything, do it. Do it as soon as possible. All right, before I go, I gotta say something about the Paragon board. I'm not even there, but I've seen so many people's Paragon boards, and I have to say, you know there's a trick to the Paragon board, right, guys? Like I said, I don't want to gatekeep this time. And if you made this far into the video, I'm going to give out the biggest tip ever. Well, let's see. If you made this far in the video, leave a comment at the bottom. Leave a comment at the bottom and put hallelujah in at the bottom, so I know if you made this far. But did you know there's a trick there? I see people with builds with like 5-6 million. If you move some of your glyphs around, did you know you can make some of your builds do about, from that 5 million, 3 million? You can get another 2 or 3 more million out of that build. Did you know that? But I'll explain to that tomorrow. Until next time.